Hello, welcome to Blue Harvest 2. In today's video we're going to be looking at the Leeds New Line and the Gildersome Tunnel. But as I'm up here at Gildersome anyway, I thought we might take a look at the line that connected to my last video at Morley Top, the Great Northern Railway Ardsley to Pudsey line. As you can see, it's changed quite significantly and is barely recognisable from what it used to look like. So what we've got here is a side-by-side representation of the old map and the current map, and we're going to follow the line down to Morley. As I said, my last video was Morley Top, and it's the thing that got me started on doing all these kind of videos. Really blew me away and just sent me down a rabbit hole that I don't think I'll ever recover from. And finding this website has just been an excellent resource. So back up to Gildersome Retail Park now, which was one of Gildersome's stations. The other one I'm going to show you at the end of this video. But we're going to concentrate on this one now, which I found so interesting and hope you do too. So I started out going around the back of the existing buildings to see if I could find any signs of tracks, walls, anything like that. But as you can see, it was just a big building site, which those building a new building there on top of where the tracks would have been. It would have been nice to get the drone up there and have a quick look, but I didn't want to interrupt anything. So I'm going to overlay this picture of the station as it did look like. And as I say, it's quite amazing how different it does actually look from then to now. Would have been interesting to see if they'd found anything while they were digging this site. So these are the buildings that are here now, that where the station would have been. And this station is quite interesting as it went straight into a tunnel. And I'll show you where that tunnel went in a minute. This Gildersome station closed in 1955. As you can see, the road is fairly wide here. And there's a more popular form of public transport these days. The Gildersome roundabout is a very busy place. And as you can see in this picture, it always has been. And as you can see, the rail goes under the road through a tunnel. At the back of the building there, you can just see the railway wall that still exists. I know it's quite hard to see it, but it is there. So here is where the tunnel went under the old crossroads, and obviously there's no sign of that tunnel anymore, unfortunately. I did have a look, and the tunnel was there long after the station had been demolished. So the tunnel would have gone through there and under a busy road, not as busy as today obviously, an extremely busy roundabout. So I'm looking for some signs of anything I can find. I did find this bit of stonework here. I'm not so sure if it's anything to do with the tunnel, but yeah, you never know. It could be. There's a bit of red brick in there too, which is always associated with the railways. So there's the old map of the tunnel and the old station that used to be there. I just thought you might be interested in that. As a little bit of a bonus on this video, we are going to be moving on to a more exciting tunnel. So here we are again with this split map. On the right you can see the Showcase cinema and the car park, and on the left is where the tunnel and the line used to be, was right on the edge of the car park and then veered off into the tunnel right next to the M62. Now this side of the tunnel's been capped off and it's been filled in, bricked up, so it take the weight of the M62. I didn't go down there because there's literally nothing to see. The first part of the tunnel I wanted to find was under this petrol station. It's like another part of a retail park now, it's just building everywhere. But there was an air shaft around here. So I was looking around, I was taking my time having a look around and to see if I could find any sign of that air shaft. But as it's all been built on, there's no sign of it. That would be shaft number 4 actually, so there's 4 shafts. As there is with the other Morley tunnel, this is the Gildersome tunnel. They're more or less in the same area. So you've got tunnels all over the place in Morley, Gildersome. So I found these steel plates that I don't know if the road's collapsed or what has happened there. It just piqued my interest because I thought that there could have been a tunnel under there, or a part of the tunnel might have collapsed, or you never know. But the air shaft was at the other side of the road. You can see it there on the map, and it's being built over, unfortunately. So moving further on along the map, along the Gildersome tunnel line, we're going to find the next air shaft, which is air shaft number 3. Here we are, Gildersome Spur. There it is, all hidden away. So I thought, why not? Why not get the drone out? We know we like air shafts. We know we like filming with the drone over air shafts, so why not? So there we go, we're going to look into it now. Right over it. We've got some builders behind us egging us on, but we'll ignore them. So that is right down into Gildersome Tunnel, which is derelict. There's nothing in it. There are people that have tried to go through the line, which I wouldn't recommend. There is one of the pictures from inside the tunnel of that shaft. And it does gives them fresh air down there if you do want to go down there, but I wouldn't. There is shaft number 2, which has been covered over. We're travelling back down towards shaft number 1, air shaft number 1. So there's a lot of buildings there. I did find this though. This was quite interesting. I don't know what it is. It's like a structure to help hold those buildings. Argos there. So we are going to air shaft number 1, and I did try and fly the drone over, and it did take a turn for the worse. It did try and start flying away, trying for freedom, so I had to return to home, unfortunately. So yes, I didn't get down, I didn't get to see it, but I did try. I did go down a really steep banking. For your pleasure, for the content and your viewing pleasure, I did find this tree. This woods was so spooky, and there was this shaft. I think this is covered up. I think this is a shaft. I don't know where it's leading to, but there's like big metal plates over it. I thought they were like doors. I thought it was like a air raid shelter or something like that, but there is a shaft underneath there, so I don't know which shaft that is. So yeah, I am going through all this undergrowth for your viewing pleasure. It was a really warm day. It was quite nice to get into the woods and to get a bit of shade, to be honest with you. But it was a bit light underfoot. It was quite squelchy. It was boggy at some places, and I was quite worried that I might fall into some quicksand or something stupid like that. But yeah, I was using my sat nav to try and find it, but this was very deep down. There's embankments all the way around, as you can see there. Look how high the embankments are. So there's only one way in and out of there. But look what I found. Look what I found. Air shaft number 1. Again, this is being capped. It's got concrete on top of it. It's got metal plates underneath, so it won't collapse. It was quite hard for me to get through, and there was nails everywhere. I was getting cut to ribbons. But there's a sign. I did shout in there, but there was not much echo. You can see the draft. You can see the draft coming out of there. So there we go. There's a sign. Department of Transport. So I'm going to try and get up there now. So here we go. Tell you what. Oh, I'm knackered now. We're here, look. You can see we're on top of the air vent, the Gildersome line. So we're going to follow this line down, go to the tunnel next. I didn't think I'd be able to find this. I'm really glad I have. So full of surprises today. That's really good, really good. I love it.
Wow. Yeah, this is all right. It's concrete. It's going to take me weight. Oh, I don't want to fall down there. Definitely don't want to fall down. Obviously, this is a air shaft, similar to the ones that are above Morley Tunnel that I have been filming, and I still have 2 more to do. And I'm going to see if I can get them today. If not, I'm going to put them all together on one video on one Morley line. I think I'm going to do an update on that Morley line, Morley top line, and the Morley Tunnel line. It could be a separate video. But this is the Gildersome line that we're doing today. Fantastic. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. It's hard work. It's hard to get to. I'm not the fittest at the moment, but hopefully once I've done all these videos I will be getting more fitter. That's one of the reasons I'm doing it. But there we go. I am on top of an air shaft for the Gildersome line. Magic.
So from there we crossed over to the other side of the road to some more woods. Following the tunnel down, I wasn't sure if I could get anywhere near this tunnel, but I was attempting to get as near as possible as I could and get the drone and fly that over. This line was called the Leeds New Line, also known as the Heaton Lodge and Wortley Railway. It was constructed by the London and North Western Railway to provide a duplicate route between Huddersfield and Leeds, leaving the existing line at Heaton Lodge Junction east of Huddersfield and rejoining it at Farnley Junction southwest of Leeds. During construction it became known as the Leeds New Line, and following nationalisation it was referred to as the Spen Line. Passenger services ceased in 1950, with full closure in stages between 1960 and 1990. So here I am, going through the woods again. These ones weren't as bad as the last ones. It's quite uneven, I didn't have my gimbal attached, as you can tell with the wobbly footage. I do apologise for that. I was waiting to get my drone out. There was a brook down there which leads down to the tunnel, and it seems like there might be a leak down there, but it's quite interesting that how the drainage system works. So we'll show you soon when we get to the tunnel. But yeah, it's quite interesting that how beautiful these woods are. There's nobody. I mean, there's plenty of people go there because you can see where their tracks, but there was just nobody there today. Nobody. There's a scrambling. They're also doing a bit of scrambling with the bikes down there. There's a scrambling track, but how uneven this track is. It doesn't say public footpath, and apparently the tunnel is on private property. So I'm just wondering if all this is private property and the farmer's not really bothered about people going in there. I don't know. But it's quite an interesting place, and I'm just showing you how far it did take me to get to this tunnel. There were no Ewoks. I didn't find any Ewoks, unfortunately. I did find some kind of animal though, coming up very shortly. But I think I'm going to speed up this footage and use it with a bit of speeder bike sound effects. I think that might be quite interesting. So there's a brook down there, but behind me right now is my new friend. I found a little friend up there. Bless him or her. I didn't have time to check. I didn't have anything to eat, unfortunately, for it. Next time I go down there, I will be bringing some carrots or something like that. What do horses eat? Sure, Jen will know. But yeah, I think some carrots. Bring you some carrots next time. Bless it. So yeah, I think he just wanted a friend. So I'm going to carry on. Sorry, Mr. Ed. I have to. I'm very busy. I have to carry on. So yeah, we're going to go down the path now. It's quite uneven, but I'll do it for your viewing pleasure. I tell you what, I'm just blown away by finding this literally on my doorstep. It's about a mile away from me, so. But it's just nice to go through some calm. It's really calm. I tell you what, it's really calm to go through there. I was kind of worried if there was any animals there. I thought, no, it's not going to be animals that attack me. It's going to be people. So I wasn't really bothered about that. So yeah, just following this path now. I was trying to get as close as possible to the tunnel. I was looking on my sat nav, and it just jumped out on me. To be honest with you, I wasn't really wanting to go as close as I did. But yeah, steep bankings, very steep down there. There's a rope swing, and I thought, no chance. Too old for things like that. Yeah, it's just interesting. Look at the stonework and things like that. It's brilliant just to find something in nature. Going to find something that was man-made through something as wonderful in nature as this. Yeah, all it was missing was some Ewoks. And probably a good job there wasn't any, to be honest with you. I thought I saw a bear at one point, and I thought, no, there's no bears in the UK anymore. But yeah, that's the brook. That's the brook that goes towards. It is quite full, considering it is summer. And I tell you what, I wouldn't want to go down here when it's winter. Definitely wouldn't want to go down here when it's winter. So here we are. This is the tunnel from above, which I wanted to use my drone to fly, but here it is. It just jumped out at me. I just found it. So there we go. There's the pipe. There's the water pipe. So all the water would drain through that pipe and go down the track. So the track would have come out of the tunnel and straight on. But yes, there's a massive pipe there. We'll drain all the water and take it off down the side of the track. But to find this in the middle of all this nature was fantastic. I mean, back when it was built, it was probably all nature. There was not as many buildings as there is now, obviously. But it's a huge structure. So it was quite deep down there as well. I wasn't going to go down there. No way I'm going to go down there. Not at all. There's no point me to go down there anyway. So we're just going to get the drone out now. The drone's going to do his work for us. So let's fly the drone over. Obviously, that's heading out towards the rest of the track, which is just overgrown now. But when you look down, you'll see why I didn't go down there. Again, it's like a stream down there. It's literally like a stream, and I think the tunnel is leaking in from somewhere. There's another shaft there, which you can go down. There's some ladders you can go down, but no, I'm not that brave. I wouldn't do that. So there we go. There's the tunnel, all bricked up. A little access point there where some people have gone through there. To show you the pictures of people checking the pictures from inside the tunnel through the air shafts. But how do people get tyres down there? I mean, you saw how long it took me to get down there, and I only filmed half of my journey down there. So how the hell do people get tyres down there? Anyway. So just imagine a massive train coming through that tunnel. I will put some pictures up of what it did look like. to what it looks like now. It's a shame. It's a real shame, really. Things like this should be kept for history's sake. And coming up on the channel will be some buildings that should be saved, which are listed. They are listed, but so that means they can't be used, and they're getting really derelict. And that's kind of things I want to do in the future. So if you want to like and subscribe and press that bell icon, you'll find out. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to go look at. If there's any buildings or anything like this, train lines, ex-train lines, old train lines, there's a lot of things I've got planned. But if you've got any ideas, please let me know. As I say, I'm just doing this second channel for things like this, doing history. I just find it interesting. There you go, there's where the train line would have gone, and it's just orange sludge down there. So the drone was behaving itself at this point. I was quite a bit worried if it did actually fall down there. I would have gone down for it, obviously. There is the tunnel as it looked. Which is quite amazing. There's me. And you can see what a large structure that is. So we're going to follow the line down. The line did follow down to Gildersome Station. There's Gildersome Station. That is the second station. I was telling you about the first station. That is the second station. There's a bridge. There's another bridge. There are a couple of bridges down the line, and it does follow down Gilded Road, Heath Lodge and Wortley line. It goes down into Leeds. You can see on the map on the right where the track actually was. It's amazing. I've found out using these maps that you can still see where the bankings are, the embankments and the trees and things like that. So we go in parallel now with the Leeds and Dewsbury line, which is still there. You can see it on the right, it's still there. And it kind of links up, but then it forks off to its own Farsley and Wortley Junction there. So it takes a different way. There's the GNR line. It's just amazing how many different lines there actually were when you look at these old maps. And there we go. We're going into Leeds now. Taking a left turn. There was the Midlands Railway as well. And just look how many lines there actually were. Into Wellington Station and New Station, which is now Leeds Station. So that is the route that I took. 7 miles I walked. My feet were killing at the end, and blisters. On the way home, I did see this. We was in somebody's garden in Morley, which my mum actually lived across from that, and I never knew about it. But I'm going to find out. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little journey. As I said, there'll be more coming on the channel. So bye for now.